What's the horsepower on that? What would you put that at? I'm guessing
320.
I'm gonna go 410 or through 4. I'm gonna go 4 something just because of the intercooler and the work that he did in that.
Let's see. I wanted to show you my 240SX with a red top. Mods include sticker. I'd like to see a build breakdown of your Supra from the videos. Blah, blah, blah. Supra's fucked up.
A Garrett.
All my cars are fucked up, except that the Trans Am's still good. I just didn't register it. Let's do a second question here. This one is for Nick. What can I do to become a better salesman and become more valuable? I work at a company that does business-to-business sales. I had a little sales experience, but this job is completely about sales. I do fairly well, but I want to become a more effective salesman and a more valuable asset.
Don't worry about becoming a more valuable asset. I don't know what the fuck you would want to do that for. I'm bitter about my company, but to become a more effective.
Well, that's the thing about sales is you pursue it aggressively for your own gain, and you become a more valuable asset.
Become a monster.
It's built in.
You've got to be a monster.
You've got to be a monster.
Yeah, you just do. I don't know, like pull out all the stops. You know, like they limit how many people you can talk to in a day. Go around it. There's a number. What does the best person hit? And just be obsessed with those numbers. Like, ask the question, what is the X I can do to become the best? And then try to beat it by 50%. That's what I used to do.
You've never done like sales training stuff.
No.
And you are, you're consistently the #1 salesman.
If I genuinely feel like it.
When you go to work.
When I go to work and I want to work, I will win the game. I will win the contest. I do work with one good kid that's pretty good though. Johnny.
But you've been like this. Like you're just naturally. You were like that when you sold Acuras.
Yeah. The goal is to be the top guy, and it's very easy most of the time. There's not very few times when you can't. So if you can go out there and kill it, and it's not even about being the top. Top 3 is most important. Just top 3. Because you got some things you can't fight. You got like Jack Delhoun over there in the corner that's been there for 45 years, who's a halfway decent guy who's going to smoke you just because he's got so much repeat business, and you just can't. But you can beat him 8 out of 12 times. But the number is what you should be concerned about, and just keep it on a numeric value.
So you get very aggressive about
a number,
numerical performance-based criteria.
Stupid, because it's simple for me. It simplifies it. I don't think about, if I became if I knew more about the product, the repeat business, and then it'll compound. I'm also not there for a career, and you shouldn't be. I don't know. Sales careers fucking suck dick. They're the worst. Your life blows. You're like, if you're that smart and that good of a salesman, you probably could have did more. You're probably more talented than that. These kids that are coming out, just remember, it's a fucking means to an end. Reinvest and get the fuck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Take the fucking. You want to pay me $1 million in 4 years? Okay.
I'll tell. Here's something that I can speak to is if you get that success, if you're one of the guys that goes and starts to alleviate some of the horrible pressure of shittiness of your life by getting a sales job, don't take that as a cue to start living like a cool life.
You've got to live a cool life.
You don't do that.
Oh, don't live a cool life.
Don't be the guy that
settles in comfortably,
is psyched and is happy and is comfortable and gets an Audi.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Where it gets like tailored shirts and is like happy to go to work every day, or is psyched and happy about this life, because it is a means to an end, and it's if this is one of the things. I've talked about this. If for whatever reason you luck into a situation where money is coming to you, you have to milk that till it's dry. You have to aggressively, you have to be obsessively, take that 5-year period of your life and just live miserably.
Mm-hmm.
Put the fun dinners or video games or dressing nice or whatever. If it's for sales, you have to dress nice. But if you're doing something else and making money, don't be fashion obsessed, whatever. Just live bare bones, restricted, minimalist.
Go to the gym. That's the cheapest entertainment.
Suffer and put the pedal to the metal, stack the money. Like if the taps are on, fill your cup.
And then jar it and then put it in your storage.
Because the taps are not always going to be on, and it's not guaranteed that they're going to be on.
Or you're not going to be looking for them.
Brian is an awesome sculptor.
Yeah.
He's killing it. I want Brian to fill the jars
And
put
pickle them.
Put them away.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm a great comedian. I think I'm very funny. I think I have a lot to offer to the world. It's entirely possible, and it's also the case. It's also the case that I haven't fallen off. I've fallen off out of mainstream media, but I'm doing very well, and I say that like ego removed, just confidently, and I know that there events could happen. Something could happen where in 3 years I'm just culturally destitute. Like I'm not relevant. I'm not like nobody gives a fucking shit. Like you say the name Sam Hyde and people are like, oh, that's old shit. I don't like that anymore.
What is that, like Eve 6, the band?
I want something new. I want who's new? Who does comedy that's new?
Get Jerry Seinfeld's daughter.
I'm ultra aware of the fact that in 1.5 years I could literally be a nobody. I could be totally toast and done.
No one gives a fucking shit.
I'm racing. I'm like feverishly racing to fill those jars, and of course I have a spending problem, but trust me, I could have a way more of a spending problem.
It could be worse.
I could impress you with my
I
spending
could drink 50 beers.
Yeah. So I'm like every day I'm aware of how limited the window is to make the money. And this applies to all of you, no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing something creative, whether you're doing something blue collar
or soul crushing,
or whether you're talking about just enjoying life, like the window of life where you are cancer free, or you have a special friend, or you're not beset by agonizing girl problems, or very importantly, where money is coming in. And also people rag on me for talking about money too much. Money is your life energy. Money is the fuel that you use to, for example, help your mother out of the hospital. Whatever your money is your life force. It's a claim on all other types of energy. Okay. The people who say that I'm too focused on money, you're fucking scouring scum off a floor, breaking your back, wishing that something could be better. Money is that. It's not so that you can go buy a McLaren. It's so that you can alleviate some suffering for you and your loved ones. Okay, that's why it's important. So that window of life where something good is happening, I'm saying you have to appreciate it. And for when money's coming in, what appreciate it means is you have to aggressively be filling fucking jars, okay?
and preparing a timeline.
Preparing for when it's wintertime.
Like, my job sucks. Like, I'm gonna quit my job soon. I don't have enough money to quit my job, but I am. What do I want? Right? My bills they're $7,500 a month. That's what average person's bills at my buddies that I like, guys with families, etc. Car payments, mortgages, etc. Food, everything. $7,500 a month. Okay, it's $84,000 a year net, or whatever the fuck it is. 80, 90 grand. Whatever, just roughly. That's your average. Your average guy's gonna be like 4. You're like younger dude who owns a house with I have an apartment and I have a car payment and I have like student loans and blah and food. It's like $4 grand, so it's like 50,000. But it's not a lot. Like a lot. You know what I mean? It's the difference is like roughly, 50 to 100,000 a year is what you gotta like. Well, that's saved cash. What do I want to do? I want to quit my job so I can cut my grass and chill out, and then like do it like a stupid low income side hustle. But I need to save 75 grand. And yeah, I know, create passive income streams. Yeah, I know I am. I know what you're saying. But how would I literally do it? How am I literally gonna do it? I'm gonna save 60 grand. I'm gonna give myself a 2-year bill window. Like I'm just gonna have this amount of money in an account where I'm like, all right, I got 2 years to fuck off, or come and hang out with Sam and wax my car, and go to an antique store on a Monday morning, and do this and that and that shit. That's how I would, and I I will say no one says that. No one says that plan. For a normal person that has a day job, and I know like you just your income's different. You know, you don't have a shit day job.
I think most people are in a spot where they couldn't even come up. They couldn't even plan because there's no.
I couldn't even. It took me 2 years to come up with that.
There's no allowances in what they're doing. Like there's no everybody's like
strapped.
Yeah, strapped. Yeah. Most people, like at least our fans are. But occasionally there'll be some people who get some light at the end of the tunnel.
Kids I'm talking about are rich.
Once the lights,
these fan kids are rich.
When you get a little light at the end of the tunnel, that means just get more of the light.
Yeah, but have a plan in place for I'm gonna leave this, and then I'll figure out something different.
Anyway, you're sort of a natural salesman. He's asking for sales advice. What you do a lot is you focus on
numerics,
the number.
Just like find out the number and then figure out the basket. I figured out how to put the basketball in the basket. Repeat process until you're the fastest at it. Like, to write a deal, like, you need to put the 9 pieces of paper in a folder. Figure out how to get those 9 pieces in a paper in a folder faster than everybody else. Type fast. Know what they're going to ask and then like be ahead of it and then be like, I know what you're thinking. And people actually like it. Like that fact that you know how to like operate quickly helps sell cars. It'll give you like a 15% turbo boost because they're like, wow, this guy's really fast. What's the number one problem in the car dealership? It takes too fucking long. Not with me. I'm the fastest in the country. I put myself in the top 5. It's a lie. I have no fucking idea. It's probably fucking some Chinese kid that's like, How Shenwazu learn Chinese. He's fucking like printing fucking like loans, like shing, like signing in. There's like fucking Chinese people with fucking rice patty hats, fucking driving like in a fucking pickup line, fucking CRVs in like Southern California, and like Vietnamese people in like that part of Orange County, California, that are like literally doing like car drive-throughs at fucking Cerrito Toyota or whatever the fuck it is.
That's
and I'm over here like,
Dude.
Just get fast and putting the folders in.
I'm the 5th.
That's how you do it, kid.
I'm top 5 in the country.
I'm top 5 in the country, bub.
That's a crazy. There are areas of the country where it's so dense with like immigrants on the move.
Vietnam,
which
is great.
New Honda and Toyota dealerships are like they're like fast food like drive-through joints.
They press their face into a sand, like a sand mold, and they like leave in a car. They're through faster than a Dunkin' Donuts.
Can we, Joey? Can you look up on YouTube? Cerritos in SoCal, right?
The biggest one. We own it actually. It's the company that I work for owns it. It's called Longo Toyota. Longo Toyota. It's the biggest in the country. They do 15, 20,000 cars a month. I don't know. They do something stupid.
Welcome to Longo Land. Taking care of our guests one at a time. Yeah, right.
I wonder what that guy makes.
It's so fast there.
At Longo Toyota, we are in the guest services business first.
Yeah, right.
Cars. We have
There's
lived
3,000
by this principle
technicians
since
probably.
1967, and it's why we've been the #1 dealership in the world for over 54 years.
Look at that, 28,000 cars a year.
That's the difference. Our team members stay with us and build lifelong relationships with our guests. Some of
With
our
our
team
suckers.
members have been with us for 30 years. And did you know we collectively speak over 40 languages?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
You have the United Nations coming through your dealership every day.
Well,
in our showroom or in our service center.